everyone, and welcome to the program. The Nigerian markets remain closed today for the second day Muslim holiday, but it's business as usual here on Business Morning. I am Bosin Amafaye. We live in a new world of information explosion of the internet and social media, in addition to the traditional news outlets of the newspapers, the magazines, radio, and television. But today, the job of news reporters and indeed business journalists have come under intense focus more than ever before, no thanks to the world of information superhighway and what is called fake news. But the question is, what is news? Okay, let's put it out for you. This is how the Bloomberg way puts it. The five F words that govern news judgments. This is straight from the Bloomberg way. You can see that there. That was the 2011 edition. And how did Bloomberg describe what is news? It says, first, it has to be the first word. That is, news is a surprise. Second, it must be a factual word. That is, something isn't news unless it's true. Third, the fastest word. That is, every event is shaped by subsequent action. The final word, every story should be complete. And what is about the future word? That's the last F. Today's event is enhanced by its relevance tomorrow, quoting Bloomberg, the Bloomberg way there. So the book says that in an age when information vies with misinformation, the truth is obscured. That's according to the introductory pages, the introduction written of the Bloomberg way by Matthew Winkler. Of course, that edition has since been updated. Let's have this very important and interesting conversation, a four-part special conversation with Ray Echebiri, who is a veteran business journalist, development economist, and the CEO of the Center for Financial Journalism. Ray Echebiri has been my colleague for nearly 3 decades. Good morning, Ray. It's good to have you here.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much. I think it is time to talk to veterans like yourself in the business of news and to get a sense of where we are today. But we need to unpack this one after the other. So we take it right from the base, which is the governing principles of news reporting. As a trained journalist, what do you consider as the governing principles of news reporting?
Thank you very much, Bosin. Before I say anything, let me use this wonderful opportunity to say Barakah Salah to all Nigerians. And I wouldn't say to just Muslim brothers and sisters. No, I say to all Nigerians because we're all in it. After all, we're all in it. Yeah. Then to the question, what is news? News as an innocent English term or English word, it's just what's new. Anything that's new. Or like Bloomberg put it, it has to be a surprise. You never heard of it before, and somebody dishes it out to you. That's news. But to a journalist, it means more than that.
The governing principles of news reporting. News, yes, but news reporting. Yes. There's a difference between news
and news reporting.
There's an accident and we all witness it, right?
Right.
That's an event.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if I'm going to report it, then it becomes news reporting.
Yeah.
Because I have taken action to report that particular event or data, right?
Sure. You're right.
Okay, so that now should have principles. And that's what the governing principles of news reporting.
The first, like you already pointed out, you want to be the first to report it. The second, you want to make it fast as possible to beat everybody to it. But the third one, very important, the third F, it must be factual. Therefore, you have to follow the principles of news reporting to be able to make that news worth everybody's time.
The Bloomberg way says factual.
Yeah.
Something isn't news unless it's true.
Yes. Now, that's where you have it well defined by the way journalists go about it, about news reporting. For every other person, news is just news. You just put it out there. The third F can now become false or fake, as a matter of fact. So that is where the focus is, the third F. Very important. It has to be factual. It has to be true. It has to be objective. It has to be balanced. And you don't just dish out anything just for the sake of it. You see an accident happen and you know that somebody somewhere will be hurt by that. You just look at it, and as a news reporter, you have to take everything into consideration, not just dishing out the way just it's happened.
A very simple question here. Who is a reporter?
The reporter is that person who is trained, who is well trained in the art of news reporting. Not just anybody who has a mobile phone or has an iPad and can just push out anything.
We live, therefore, in the age of citizen journalism. If you see it, report it, even if you are not trained or a practicing journalist. So we're now in the age of citizen journalism.
Right.
Yes. So how do you squeeze that together with the job of what you and I do?
That's exactly what I said. You don't just look at it and then say, this is news, and you dish it out. Like any other person who is not trained in the art of reporting. But you have to sit down and then do this report in the finest way a journalist should be able to, in the finest tradition of journalism, by saying, taking the four W's and H. And beyond that, if you are a financial journalist now, you now need to answer the so what question. What does this mean to me?
The
what
why.
Does this, why? What does this mean
why.
to you? Yes.
So, if you're going to be the first, you have to be factual, you have to be fast.
All right.
You have to be the final word as well.
Yes.
When you say you're the final word in news, what does it mean to you?
It means you're authoritative in your news reporting. It means you have put all the, you have been able to cross all the T's. You've been able to dot all the cross the T's and dot the I's. In terms of the facts there, in terms of balancing all the interest parties, all the people involved in that news, getting to talk to them, not just I'm fast, I want to be the first, and you don't care what it means to the next person who may be hurt by, or whom you have not had his own angle about that news.